Welcome back, everyone, to the Europa Games Orlando 10K. We're currently in our losers final match between Rogue and AES/Gurus. It should be a fantastic match to watch. A lot on the line. Loser goes home. Winner advances to the grand finals versus Project Evil. It should be a very, very interesting match, to say the least. It's going to be our first best of 5 of the tournament, which obviously should be very interesting as well. As we get ready to hop in here to our rig draft and kind of break down the maps, kind of set the stage exactly for what to expect when it comes down to this losers final. For map number 1, which of course you're seeing the rig draft for that right now, we're going to see Hardpoint on Retaliation. For map number 2, we're going to see Search and Destroy on Throwback. For map number 3, we're going to be heading to Precinct for some uplink. And if it comes down to it, we're going to see Hardpoint on Scorch for map number 4. And if we see that glorious game at number 5, it will be S&D on Breakout. Time to obviously hop into things. Of course, you can see a nice shot there of Rogue. Nice shot there of some of the guys on the squad. Of course, the other team, Apotheon. We got some known players on either team. And it should be an interesting one, to say the least. Project Evil, probably watching from afar, wondering exactly who they're going to be facing off against. And both these teams will be battling it out to find out who will be in the grand finals of the Europa Games Orlando 10K. It's time to hop into it. You're going to hop on board with Diabolic to start this thing off. The man has been on fire as of recently. Definitely was the major factor, is the reason why his squad has been having a lot of success, and especially in that last match that we were able to watch. Seasoned veteran, to say the least. His nades going to start to go out here early for this first map, or for this first hard point. Nice shots there from Diabolic in the close quarter situation. MV4 is not normally going to be good, not good up close. We saw a very heated exchange actually in our last game with Rogue being featured. So of course you're going to hear quite a few yells here and there, a lot of high pressure moments. As look to the boys from AES, feeling good, feeling confident. They've got the lead right now, but a lot of time still to be awarded when it comes down to bridge. Dr. Foncho currently sitting toward the bottom, gets cut out from the side as last few seconds starting to tick down. Everyone's mind going to be on the rotations. Nice shots there coming in from Godlow. Actually ends up taking down Johnny in that particular play. Last 5 seconds do expire. Rotation coming in. Pemby still trying to watch the back over toward Grave. He will fall. It looks like it is going to be the side of AES who's here for that early one. Diabolic currently watching toward that bottom garage. Currently looking over toward Market as well. Just trying to make sure every angle is locked down. As AES have had a fantastic start up to this point. 4-1 for Diabolic. 4-2 for Godlow right now. 6-2 for Deddy. As Zeke tries to respond back. Nice shots coming in. Fortunately drops pretty quick. And now it's Rogue's turn to finally get some points on the board. Some much needed seconds as they've been put in a vice grip, it seems like, for the entire matchup at this point. Pemby, no MV4 in his hands. Not normally going to see that be the case, however. K-Bar will work out pretty well. Nelson grabbing the scrap points. Looks like it is going to be AES who's going to give those up. And go ahead and set up here for the next hill coming into Graves. Diabolic's in a pretty big power position. Needs to make sure he's watching both Market and that bottom bedroom area. He's going to call it there coming from both angles. Deddy feeling good. You can obviously hear him getting loud. Razik still residing inside of the hard point. Here comes the push from Rogue. All 4 players trying to surround it. One player just dropped. That's going to be Nelson. But here comes the push. Pemby up close. Gets a nice melee there, and Razik aerial melee at that. Now he's got the MV4 in his hands. Now Pemby's feeling confident. He's on the 3 spree, but Foncho's on a 4. And he wants to keep that one alive. He wants the Scarab, and he's going to get the Scarab at that. Watching every angle, trying to lock this one down. We've talked about it in the past, and I mentioned even today, Retaliation. Definition of this map is no lead is safe. This hill and the one that's getting ready to rotate and pop up here toward Broken Building are the major portions of hill time that you're going to get on this map. Dr. Foncho making sure he's got some nice ready to go ammo. He's planning on staying alive for a while. As the rotation's coming into Broken Building, and AES is going to be in possession of that. Having a pretty far up stance right now as far as their setup is concerned. However, it's going to work out for them for that first kill. Diabolic trying to make a massive presence down inside the middle. Kind of pushes up a little bit too far in my opinion, however. It'll work out in some cases as Razik is there to try to handle some of the load. Johnny's able to shut down one. Here comes the push. 2 go down. Here comes the rush from Rogue now. Players toward the back as Johnny has current control of the hill. Teammates with the support. That one should work out, but AES does not want to give this one up lightly. There's a lot of available time, a lot of free seconds being awarded. And AES is not happy that that's not going in their favor. Shots toward the back. Diabolic trying to get that player out of that spawn holder. It looks like 3 do go down. Godlow last alive to try to make this push. This is a do or die situation in some cases, and he will be the one that falls. Fortunately, wasn't able to stay up. AES could have had a full 4-man push. Now they're going to be 1 man down the entire time. Only 8 seconds now that they're fighting for. However, it is time nonetheless. Johnny will be awarded the scrap points potentially, unless this last player has anything to say about it. So he will get that rotation now coming into hallway. And when it comes down to hallway, this is much different than the last 2 hills. It seems that the first, really 2 hills of the first set of rotations are pretty scrappy. You're going to get a lot of uncontested time. Then we have, obviously, Graves and Broken Building. Those are going to grab a lot of seconds. In Hotel Hallway, it can be a pretty big cluster, to say the least. A lot of fletchets, a lot of close quarter engagements, a lot of kills going down in the kill feed as well. Not a whole lot of guaranteed time that you're going to get when it comes down to these hills. So it's very important to make your mark when you can. And at these times, to try and earn as much score as possible, to try to earn those payloads. Speaking of payloads, Diabolic doing a great job at earning his. Nearly at an active camo. Has the most kills in the lobby, tied with Dr. Foncho on the other side. Pushing through bars, Dr. Foncho. Trying to clear this one out for Rogue. It's putting in a pretty slower place, so slower pace. Hotel Hallway, hardpoint, not a whole lot of kills going down. Both teams trying to play pretty passively, not trying to give away too much to the other. As Nelson finds 2 big headshots. He is also going to earn that hill time as well. Shots from the side, Johnny as well. Trying to be that second line of defense. This is getting ready to be met with 3 players from AES, but he's going to at least make work of one of them. Teammate does the second, and 1 more toward the back. Johnny is doing a fantastic job with that ERAD in his hands. He's typically known for rocking with a K-bar or maybe an NV4, but the ERAD's making him feel quite a bit at home. Here comes the Scarab to try and zone out some of the AES players, as he will find a kill with that one on Razik. And Rogue getting closer to a 100-point advantage. This is not looking good for the Guru squad, the AES squad. Starting to have some problems if you look toward that bottom right. Johnny has earned that bombardment as well. Too little, too late for AES to try and shut him down, as they already have a 100-point advantage, only 10 seconds left, which is going to be going to Diabolic right now. And it looks like the side of Rogue is actually potentially could have the rotation battle won if they do put their cards right. No one currently seeing the side of the next kill until Razik actually just decides to go and hop in that. A lot of mind games going on right now for AES, trying to bring this one back, trying to the communication needs to be on point. They need to play better than Rogue. They can't play at the same level. They've got to play better, and exactly Razik will respond with that 3 drop for Rogue. And they're going to have a little bit of a split spawn right now. And Rogue cannot afford to keep spawning here. If instead of AES can get a lot of hill time with this current hard point, and they get the rotation down, that is back up correctly, that could work out very well. One player actually currently coming in from market. That's Nelson. He ends up dropping. So Nelson doesn't even back up. He wants to contest for that hard point, and now that's going to be Rogue who's set up in the back. They're still spawning back here. There's only 15 seconds left. And granted, they're fighting for 10 seconds at this point. They've got to rush forward. They've got to get this kill, put 1 player in the hard point, and run through. That's exactly what they're going to do, rushing through those stairs. But here comes the Streaks to try and delay that. Diabolic Chill's trying to stay up. And it looks like those Streaks coming in from Johnny are going to work out very well for the most part. As the hill will currently load up inside of Graves, a.k.a. Cathedral. Nelson locking down some time, much needed time. Nice long-range shot there onto Diabolic. A lot of known players currently in this lobby. And Rogue getting closer and closer to that 250-point mark. This game is just about done, and AES haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to say anything about it. They've got to get a rush in here quick as Diabolic drops. Godlow now, a main slayer for the squad throughout the weekend, needs to try and produce something if they want to try to produce a miracle, really, because this is not going to be an easy comeback, to say the least. 15 seconds left in Cathedral. That's a big win from Godlow. Had he not won that, that could have been a 248 to 249 point that Rogue could have gotten to. And 3 drop, actually. 4 go down for Rogue, so it might be AES who wins the rotation battle after getting the scrap seconds. We'll see how the race does go. Godlow and Diabolic doing some damage. Diabolic, that is a huge victory that he gets. Has he not won that, that's Rogue who can potentially pinch the hill with 1 player already inside. Now it's about zoning these players out, being aware. Clear comms, clear communication is what's going to bring them back in this one. Nice long-range shot from Diabolic. That's going to come down on Nelson. That bridge is almost like a no man's land right now. You can see Pemby, the methodical play, trying to break that setup, just trying to find at least one player to give his team the man advantage, and the kills will continue to go through. All players on a spree for a short time as Godlow quickly drops. Razik trying to make up for his fallen comrade. He will potentially find that kill. Not going to go through. 2 drop, but no advancement yet. And just like that, AES, they have brought this game back. They were down, and they're going to grab the remaining scrap points. They are going to be at about 217. Like I said, when it comes into retaliation, no lead is safe. They've locked down the last 2 hills, and they are back in this one, but Rogue still has the advantage. Only need a few more seconds. They've locked down that rotation. Time going in their favor. AES have 3 drop. Godlow has got to do something. Only 10 more seconds before this map is done. Nelson ends up rocking his payload. Reactive armor rock, but he's not able to win the gunfight. Diabolic needs to get inside. Someone needs to grab some time. Diabolic is here. He'll end up dropping MV4. That range is not going to be that great. And now AES have got to rush forward. They do have some control. They have managed to shut down Rogue for the time. Rogue needing only 3 more seconds. AES still trying to hold on to this one. 1, 2, 3, go down. And now Dr. Foncho is left by himself. He has that FTL jump. Does he try to rush this one now? He's still trying to lock things down. He's trying to break their setup, but it's not happening for the moment. AES can win off of this hill. They can come back after what was a massive defeat. Time starting to happen. Godlow is here, needs to win this gunfight. He's able to win the gunfight. He will drop from the side, and now Razik needs to get inside of the hill. Not a whole lot of time, and it's not going to happen. Rogue will shut it down just when they need to. We start to question whether AES could bring it back, and it started to happen. But just when we think that it's going to, Rogue is there to respond, making it very, very close. A 7-point game, but it will go to Rogue regardless. So major props to them for obviously walking away with that map #1 victory. Got to keep in mind, though, these are best of 5s now. We're not in best of 3s, so in some cases, the boys from Apollyon/Gurus can kind of take a sigh of relief and say, you know what? We're not on that point. We're not out of this one yet. We can still come back with a search and destroy and still try and fire back. So, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, Apollyon and Gurus /Gurus versus Rogue for map #2 when we come back. Orlando 10K live here from the Orange County Convention Center. It is the final day of our $10,000 4 versus 4 tournament. Currently going on between AES/Gurus versus Rogue. Rogue currently lead the series up 1-0 after a nail-biter in game #1 on retaliation. They won that one 250 to 243. How will this game #2 line up is the question. We're now in best of 5s. And starting off in this round #1, early shots will go down. Nelson and the boys from Rogue getting that bomb down here over on A. Nelson receiving some shots from the side. He'll go down immediately. 2 versus 4 now. Pemby trying to watch over toward bowling, and he'll drop quick. Dr. Foncho now last alive. Going to have to try and produce a 1 versus 4. He'll find at least 2 of those, but can he find a third? Not going to happen. AES will walk away with that round #1. They're going to give the defuse over to Diabolic. That's the exact person that you want to have the defuse there as well. Finds 2 kills in the round, finds the defuse, and he's nearly halfway toward the active camo after 1 round. So smart plays they're coming in from the AES/Gurus side. As we'll take a look at the final kill cam yet again. Shots from above. As good effort there from Dr. Foncho, but in the end, it's just not going to happen when all of your teammates have dropped. Round #2. Time to hop into this one. We'll obviously be looking through the eyes of whichever player I think has some interesting weaponry. Do we see any sniper rifle play? Do we see some interesting strategies coming out? Looks like we're going to see pretty standard play for the most part. Quite a few A hits. By quite a few, I mean 9 out of 10 times. His first blood going over to Diabolic yet again. Great start for him overall in this game. 3-0. Excess shots coming toward back 11. His teammates will help him out with that one. 2v1. Actually now 1v1. Pemby versus Godlow. Pemby toward the back. Actually backs up toward Grandma. There's a player just around him. He can actually hear him. He tries to melee. Doesn't even know where he is. Pemby, you gotta try to find him, my friend. Uses the lemon as cover, and he's able to win the 1v1. Hits him with the salute. Pemby can't even find him. And yet he's able to use the lime actually as cover. Fruit coming to the rescue, and Pemby wins the 1 versus 1. A big play there from him. As that's now going to be 1-1 as we're tied up in round count. We've seen some pretty close and clutches already in this match. And I fully expect those to keep coming. Looking at Nelson's POV, of course, bomb carrier most of the time. You're rocking the ELO on the E-Rat. That's exactly why. Assist coming in. 2 kills go down. Razik actually able to respond with a few, but he ends up dropping. Nice play there from Deddy as it's an immediate 1 versus 2. Dr. Foncho, your turn to clutch, my friend. 1, give me 2, but no. Not going to be home as AES, with the man count advantage, just have enough health to stay up in that particular play. Heads up play, though, in the end there from Foncho, able to find 1 and nearly found the second one. Nice shots coming in from Godlow. The communication, though, will succeed in that particular engagement. As we're going to actually take a look at Foncho for right now. Currently sitting at 4-3. Team going to be on the defensive side to start off this round number 4. Some early trophies that I expect to see a pretty regular hit, but this one's anything but regular. Shots coming in. 2 already dropped. Player on the bomb. You're about to be dead, my friend Deddy, but no, he's able to stay alive for the moment. Godlow now left to 1 versus 3. Quick rounds. As Godlow is going to have to do his best to clutch this one out. Spots one toward back. Lemon, unfortunate. Trigger discipline not going to be there. Misses a few excess and easy shots. No, he's all but trapped. Unless he escapes just like that. All right, well, Rogue going to let him free for now. Maybe try to trap him a little bit later. Of course, bomb is going to be down near that A site. We'll see exactly how Godlow wants to try and play this one out. Shots coming in there from those fences over by Lemon. Shots coming in from Hay. Shots coming basically everywhere, and there he goes. He'll end up dropping. So smart play in the end, I guess, to kind of let him go away and then trap him back in. Smart plays, obviously, they're coming in from the side of Rogue. Is yet again another kill coming in there from Dr. Foncho. He is currently 7-3, and we are only 4 rounds in. Playing very, very well for this Rogue squad, as they definitely want to try to go up 2-0 in this best of 5. They don't want to go past an uplink. Nelson going to be grabbing the bomb yet again, and we'll see exactly what AES can try to produce. Early nades coming out. Expected spot here from Diabolic, but the reasoning being is that player's actually going to back up and try to catch him off that high cover. So nice play there from Diabolic to go on the wall run, just realizing such. Rogue's doing a great job at trying to back up some of these aggressive players, trying to zone them out essentially. That bomb is going to go down, and here comes the Scarab from Diabolic. Not going to gain a whole lot of information from that, just learns that one player's back bowling. Godlow finds one, quickly gets traded. There goes Diabolic, and just like that, we're left in a 1 versus 3. Nelson finds 2 big kills. One player going to be on the bomb, and Razik just trying to stay up for as long as possible. Another 1 versus 3. Razik backing up toward that back K side. Put shots in one. Put shots in another. He'll be able to find at least 1 kill in this clutching situation, but there's not going to be enough time for him to use the bomb in this particular play. Despite it, it looks good, but Johnny should be safe. All good to go. He's going to use that bomb just as some cover. Obviously wants to go for the gunfight and not going to win that. So despite Razik finding all 3 kills, the bomb is going to explode. And if anything, that's actually great for Razik because he's getting closer to that Centurion. He's only a few points off of that Scarab as well. So massive credit for him for finding all 3 of those kills. But all Rogue cares about is that they do get that round secured. And that's exactly what will happen. He will now be up 3 rounds to 2. As far as the payload situations, how those are going right now, Nelson currently getting close to that reactive armor, about to kill potentially away. Dr. Foncho has had that FTL jump for a while. Diabolic getting closer and closer toward that active camo. Razik nearly with the Centurion. And speaking of the active camo, how those do work. Diabolic waiting for that Scarab to come out. Now he's going to go and plant the bomb down. Receiving some nades there, but the bomb acting as some cover for him. But here comes all 4 players. Here comes the rush. Bomb is down, and Diabolic is not going to be able to escape for long. 2 versus 4. Godlow, you're sitting up top ticket. You got to do some work, my friend. Well, at least guy in 1. Can't find the second. And now Razik, bomb is down. He just needs to defend it. 1 versus 3. And he will drop just like that. Rogue will now be going up 4 rounds to 2. You can see players kind of playing AFK for now, most likely going over strategies. What exactly to expect when it comes down to these next few rounds, because they want to close this one out. They do not want to have another hardpoint or another search and destroy versus this very talented AES/Guru squad. Round number 7. As we're going to see if Rogue tries to do anything interesting, a little bit out of the ordinary, but it looks like a pretty standard hit here over again toward A, this time giving Johnny that bomb. Of course, Nelson already earning that reactive armor. Doesn't really do him much benefit to plant that one down. So Johnny receiving shots, narrowly gets that bomb down just in time. Diabolic will find it. Reactive armor coming in from Nelson. Finds one. Nearly finds the second. Trying to use the bomb as cover, and he will do that. Razik, 1 versus 1. He will shut down Pemby just in the nick of time. Constant headshots going down. How will this one play out? Both teams playing very, very well for the respective sides. Razik tries to go for the shot right to the fence, and he wants the kill. He'll find it. Great play there coming in from Razik, as he's going to find the defuse, and that's now going to be AES, who are still alive in this game. Now only going to be down 1 round, as you will also earn a scarab in that particular play. And due to that, that's going to be Rogue, who also is able to see that final kill coming in, so they're going to realize exactly what they're facing off against when it comes down to that scarab. The Doc vinning to pull out the MV4 for this particular moment. Trophy's out. Knows exactly what push is potentially going to come, and pretty standard play. Centurion is actually down here for the AES side. This is very, very important. Acts as permanent EMP. Will destroy all nades that come in that way, and it's also going to secure Diabolic to make sure he can hold on to that payload for now. Doesn't have to use it to try and plant the bomb or to advance toward that lower bike street. Everyone up just as soon as I say that. Johnny finds one. Finding the first blood. Active camo gets rocked. They're investing a lot in this round. They need to win this one if you're AES. Diabolic finds one. Nearly finds the second. And now Daddy is left in a situation to clutch. One player is going to be on that bomb right now. And he's not going to be able to stop him either. So 2 payloads get used in that round. Active camo as well as Centurion. And they don't come away with the round victory. That is big for the side of Rogue, as they will come away with the defuse. As you're going to see Pemby in your final kill cam. Shuts down Denny. Pretty standard shot. There was just too many players to look at. And now AES are definitely put in a very awkward spot, as they have no payloads to work with. If you look at the side of Rogue, they've nearly got 3. It's going to be a very, very tall task. But we've seen AES make some comebacks in the past. How will they make this one happen? 4-man rush nearly through middle, as they're going to have a lot of free roam to move. Rogue going for yet again another interesting play. We saw them do this in their previous matches. They're feeling confident. They feel like they can do just about whatever they want to, as they're going to be making an off-site hit. First blood goes down. Diabolic finding one on Johnny. 2 versus 4 now. AES. And she could bring this one back to make it a 1 versus 4. Nelson can't do much more than that, as AES will absolutely surround him. As that's going to be a defuse coming in there from Godlow. It's close to that reactive armor, as it will be 5 rounds to 4. Rogue make an interesting hit in that round. Definitely not something that you would expect to see happen. They have done it a few times at this tournament, but either way, confidence not working out for them in that particular round. As you can start to see the strategy talk coming in from Diabolic, some of the crew, as to how they can at least force this round 11. Rogue still nearly at 3 payloads. Johnny a centimeter off of that active camo. You get some hit markers there with that nade. And Rogue playing very passively. It's all business now. Johnny's currently sitting up top as that bomb indicator does go off. That bomb is down over at A. Kills start to go down. 3 versus 3 now. Diddy trying to make his presence known. Diabolic finds it again. Another kill. 3v2. Rogue now left in a situation to clutch. Johnny has got to at least get some type of score. He needs to find at least 1 kill. Player 2 is right. There it is. There's active camo, and it's immediately rocked. Will this play work out for him? Was it too aggressive of a play is the question. Now AES needs to try to force their way onto this one. Not a whole lot left. They got to try to defend the bomb. He's at least get the bomb carrier. He's able to make that one happen. Razik versus Johnny. He's able to find it. We are going to a round 11. AES, from being down a few rounds, have been able to compile them back. And in my opinion, Johnny, he ends up using the active camo as soon as he earns it. And with only 15 seconds left, you're in a 2 versus 2. One more round to decide this map number 2. If AES win this, it's obviously looking like a much tighter series, but if Rogue can close out this game number 2, they will be up 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. Standard round coming in from Rogue on offense. They will get that bomb down immediately. It's not going to pay much dividend to a whole lot as far as the score is concerned. 3 players currently resigning in through middle. So here comes the Scarab from Diabolic, just trying to gain some information. Obviously realizes 1 player's going to be on that bomb. Doesn't kill him, obviously. Nice early first blood coming in there from Godlo. Got to stay alive. Need to try to get a 2 versus 4 in their favor. 3 versus 3 now. Make it a 2 versus 2. 1 player last alive, and now Razik's left by himself. 1 versus 3. 2 of them have payloads, but the bomb is down, and he's got it all to do. 15 seconds. You've got to make something happen. Granted, he'll find one through bowling, but this is just not looking likely. Rogue might have just done this. And Razik realizing that there's not going to be enough time regardless of the kills. It's not going to happen. And Rogue, despite nearly dropping a massive lead, will clutch up yet again. Map 1. Reincarnated to map 2. Just different game modes, different maps. As they will close this one out in round 11. 6-5, a thriller for sure. As that's now going to be Rogue, who is going to be up 2-0 in this series. And honestly, if you're Apotheon/Gurus at this time, you gotta be feeling it, to be honest. I mean, you've come so close, you've been down, and then you realize, you know what, maybe we can bring this one back. You start to get some confidence, and then it just goes away just like that. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we've got Uplink on Precinct. In just a moment, like I said, can Apotheon/Gurus bring it back? Can they at least force that game number 4? Or will we see Rogue close it out in a 3-0 fashion to advance to the grand finals? You do not want to miss it. We'll be back. Welcome back, everyone, to Europa Games Orlando. Our $10,000 4v4 IW tournament will continue on as we are in the midst of a fantastic series currently going on between Apotheon/Gurus and Rogue. I want to quickly bring up a few things. Obviously, I want to give you guys a massive shout out for those who are watching at home. If you guys are, make sure to tweet out the stream, twitch.tv/UMG events. Appreciate you guys for all the support throughout the weekend, especially today as well. And I also want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors there. You can obviously see them at the bottom. AIM Controllers, Origin PC, Leveled, Acquire, as well as Zowie, a brand by BenQ. If you guys also would like, you can also sign up for our Prime membership on our UMG website. Only $66.99 a month. I wish I was good enough to play on Prime, but unfortunately, I'm just not good enough. I would get destroyed, to be completely honest with you. But either way, these players would not. They would absolutely destroy me, and probably a lot of you watching at home. No offense. But let's go and hop in here to game number 3. Rogue is currently up 2-0. Will they close this one out? Will they advance to the grand finals versus Project Evil? Will we see a rematch, a very heated rematch that started just earlier this morning? Or will we see AES start to find a little bit of momentum? That is the question, of course. Seeing a load of a shot there from the AES crew. Some early call-outs. Some motivational speeches, potentially. The Precinct Uplink is where we will find ourselves. 2 5.5s. Uplink, a.k.a. Call of Duty Basketball. Tosses will get you 1 point. Dunks will get you 2. Both teams will start off on one side, and then after 5 minutes, we'll rotate to the other, just to make it fair. As the teammate comes in there from Godlow on Diabolic, they will still try to advance a little bit. AES, this is going to be a grind for them. Being down 0-2, losing map number 1 by 7 points, losing in round 11 in the Search and Destroy. Zeke doing some damage through middle. A lot of excess shots, and one player is actually going to escape with that one. That's going to be Pemby. And one of the uplinks that I was able to cast over him throughout the weekend, it might have been actually earlier today, he had a number of different opportunities where he went big with the drone, constant 2-point plays, and a massive stop. I want to say it was on Frost uplink. Had a number of different plays where he was the major factor. So for Rogue especially, be looking out for Pemby to be making those 2-point plays, as that normally is his job. MV4 shots coming in from top ticket. Over toward the cat statue. Godlow able to find at least a few. Johnny trying to stop that push for as long as possible. Zeke now. Drone is out. It's toward middle street. He needs to try to go for a 1-point toss, and can he get it off? Not going to be enough. As Rogue will start to rally. Denby finding a few there toward mid. Godlow getting involved with the kill feed. Nice little pass there coming in from the Rogue side. And then past Call of Duties, Nelson and Johnny, not really been known for the best uplink play in the world, but we'll see. I mean, it's Infinite Warfare. It's a new game. They feel a lot better. We'll see if they can potentially start to get some points on the board. They've looked good so far throughout this tournament. And I would definitely say that they are experienced when it comes down to the uplink game mode. Shots from Diabolic are not going to do much in that particular instance. 3 fall for the side of AES, and now the drone going to be in the hands of Nelson. Nice shots coming in from Godlow, trying to stop this play for as long as possible, but he's ended quick. Nelson now with an opportunity to go for the 1-point play. He wants 2, but he'll settle for the 1, and it will work out. First point on the board after about 2 minutes in our first half. AES will find the kills, but it's not going to be enough. Both Precinct and Throwback, kind of your lesser score maps. You're not going to see a huge amount of points go on the board, at least most of the time, but we'll see how the opposite does play out. Godlow currently alone by himself, needs to try and make as much progression as possible. Isn't able to do that. Nice gunfight one there from Deddy inside of middle as he will fall. First, they can hear the communication from both of these squads. AES being very, very careful with every move that they make. Rogue trying to hold him off. High pressure area as Doc will drop. Pimpy inside of middle. 3 go down, 4 go down, make it. AES now have an opportunity to make a run. They do have some lead blockers in the way. Godlow, drone in his hands. Would be smart to maybe pass that one off to a teammate, but he looks like he's going to go for it himself. Goes for the 2-point play, and that one's going to follow through. Nice play there coming in from the side of AES/Gurus. And Godlow's going to continue to go on a little bit of a spree right now. Switching over to Diabolic. Him and Godlow have been the major slayers throughout most of the respawns. Razik did a great job in that last search and destroy, and he is picking things up yet again. Godlow resigning through middle. Has an opportunity to try to grab that drone, just waiting for his teammates to kind of give out that call that the drone is good to go and to move forward, but he's going to have to do the job himself. He's going to have to get the kills done. He's also going to have to get the objective done. He can only do one of those tasks. Pimmy tries to escape with the drone before falling, and here comes Johnny from behind. Has some teammate support with him. Vin to try to pass this drone off, but Johnny gets caught in an awkward spot, and the Doc has to try and do something. Nice K-bar shots as 3 fall for AES. This could be the opportunity that they need. Lead blocker has been Johnny throughout a lot of this tournament for them. Looks like it's going to be Pemby right now who's going to be leading the way. This is going to be a 2-point play. The overextension coming in from AES. We'll see if they're ready for it. 3 go down for Rogue, and this could be an immediate scoring response from the side of AES. Rogue with 1-point advantage, but how long can that last? 2 go down for Rogue. Here comes the pass. Will the 2-point play come in? Yes, it will. Nice play coming in from Diabolic. The communication definitely going to be on point for the AES squad. As an overextension will work out for them. 15 seconds left in the first half of this map number 3. And Razik and the boys going to try to go for a little bit of a buzzer beater potentially. Diabolic's got that drone in his hands, and he's playing very consistent. He's definitely going to earn that active camo in the second half, but he wants to try to fire away the 1-point toss, and just at the buzzer, AES will secure a 1-possession advantage, a 2-point lead after our first 5 minutes. Of course, we're going to reset and have both of these teams switch sides. After that first half, we definitely saw some pretty aggressive play from both of these teams. Pretty high-scoring game, to say the least, after at least one half of Precinct uplink. MV4s were definitely in full force. Nelson sticking with that ERAD with the ELO site throughout a number of different game types. If you are on the Rogue side, you can easily get a scoring opportunity off. Unfortunately for them, they actually end up rushing to the opposite side, so switching up of strategies, potentially AES kind of catching them off guard. Johnny now making his way through Cherry Blossom, tosses that one over toward Bat Gas as an opportunity to maybe find a few kills, and thankfully he'll be able to find both of those. It's never easy to wrap around toward Bat Gas, but Johnny's making it look like it. Tosses that one forward, and a great play from Johnny, keeping the objective alive and keeping the slaying done as well. Pemmy now has the opportunity to go for the 1-point toss. Will that one fall through? And it will. That play completely gets set up there by the nice plays from Johnny. Finds the 2-piece, gets the drone off, as it will now be only a 1-point game. Plenty of time for both of these squads to develop strategies to take leads, to earn those payloads, maybe even some streaks at that. 3 go down for Rogue, and now Diabolic's going to pass that one off to his teammate. Godlow is there. There's the 2-point play, and there's the kill to go along with it. An exclamation point right now for Godlow. He's going to be on a 5 spree. Full gold at the moment. Here come some of the streaks. The rich are getting richer. We'll see what Pimby vends to do as he's going to plop that drone down here over toward Plat. Looks like streak not going to come in. Actually, okay, now it is. A bit of a delay there. Either way, streak will at least do a little bit of some time. As Pembe has the drone in hand, and he's going to try to get past this one player on a 1v1. He takes him all the way. Can he go for the crossover and the score? He does. Beautiful play there coming in from Pembe, as that one will follow through. And now we're going to be at 7-5. Diabolic now. Drone in his hands. They're trying to make some scoring opportunities happen as AES. And Razik is going to begin to toss that one off the map. Smart playing that particular spot just to make sure that the opposition couldn't advance any map control with nobody there. And it does work out in the end. 3 minutes do remain in this second half of Uplink. If you are just joining us, Rogue currently is up 2-0. If they win this match, they do have a guaranteed spot in the grand finals. This is the losers finals. 1 point goes out. And it looks like Godlow tossing that drone forward. Of course, we do talk about storylines throughout the tournament. And the AES have definitely made their case. They're trying to go for a reverse sweep if they want to try to stay alive. Razik does have the overdrive, and he's going to rock that one for the 2-point play, completely catching Rogue off guard. The combination with streaks, and that is going to work out perfectly. Rogue. Godlow now with the drone in his hands for now. We'll see what they can try and produce so they can maintain this lead. Drone gets tossed forward to pass it off to the enemy, and he'll find one. Find two. Great play coming in from Godlow. He does have the reactive armor as well. Does he to use it here? No, he's not going to be able to use it in that particular spot. Razik tosses that one down for about a yard or two, as Rogue still have time. A 2-possession game. Nelson's trying to slim that one down even more. Drone tossed toward that back gas side. Fortunately, he's going to be shot from behind as Nelson just narrowly able to get that one off to a teammate, and Razik is going to be there. Potential defensive play turning into an offensive one as that drone will be tossed over toward Cherry Blossom. As Rogue are currently in a permanent 1v2. They've got the AES/Guru side to worry about, but they've also got the time. And here comes the 1-point toss above. That is a very difficult shot to hit. Beautiful play there from Razik, because that's going to give his team a 5-point advantage with just over a minute remaining. Pembe trying to do all he can for the team right now. Tosses that drone down, and he says, I got to get some slang work done before it's too late. Nice shots coming in, but here come the streaks to try and delay. The Doc waiting. Needs to go for at least the 2-pointer, but it's not going to go through. Drone is still ready for anyone to try and grab it up. The rebound could potentially be there. The FTL jump gets runk for one player. That was Deddy, and he's going to be able to grab the drone, tosses that one for some yards, and this is starting to look like we are going to at least see a game number 4. AES doing all that they need to. Godlow going 36-16. 4 points on the board, and narrowly is able to stop that one play from happening. Incredibly accurate shots over. The 1-point toss will go in. Final 20 seconds of this game. And it's all about reflection, reflecting on what exactly happened in this match. AES just trying to add on some potential fire heading into that next hard point. Extra shots coming in, and it looks like it is going to do it. That will be AES/Gurus staying alive for now, as they're going to win this uplink 12-6. Rogue probably thinking coming into this match potentially could be the last one, and they can advance on to the grand finals, but Apotheon/Gurus have other stories. They have other ideas. And it looks like for our next map, it is going to be Hardpoint on Scorch, which should definitely be a very interesting one. Rotations, constant gunfights going down. It should be a very hectic yet interesting match at the very, very least. Well, guys, this match has been a thriller to watch up to this point. I really think that we could potentially maybe even see a Game 5 after the way the Apotheon/Gurus came out. And we'll obviously be able to see how that does play out here in just a few short moments. But, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Like I said, thank you guys so much for tuning in throughout the weekend. We really do appreciate the support. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we've got map 4. Like I said, Project Evil still awaiting to see who they're going to face off in the grand finals. We saw a very heated exchange between them and Rogue in one of the earlier matchups, in which case Project Evil was nearly able to walk away with that best-of-3 series, which guaranteed them a spot in the grand finals. So they're feeling good. They're feeling confident. They're just waiting to see who they are going to face off against. And honestly, they probably wouldn't mind if this goes to a Game 5. They're trying to get both of these teams as tired as possible, because the way that this match goes is that the winner of this game has to win 2 best-of-5s versus Project Evil in the grand finals if they want to be the champions here at the Europa Games Orlando 10K. So with that in mind, I think everything is just about set up. I think everything should be good to go for some Scorch. Let me take a look and see what weapons. I'm expecting to see mostly K-bars as well as E-Rads. I highly doubt that we see any MV4s. It would be very odd if we do see one. It looks like Pemby actually going to be going with MV4. So the one player who you expect to probably rock one in a map such as this is going to be rocking it. So we'll see what Pemby is going to do here hot off of the start. It is still going to be map count for Rogue. They win this, they move on. Apotheon loses, they are out. We'll hop into this first hill over on bridge. Expect to see a lot of nades. Very close quarter gunfights beginning to go down. A lot of E-Rads, even some team kills. As Pemby going to find one on Nelson. Nearly finds just about everybody else. Pemby doesn't matter who is in the lobby, who is in the map right now. He is killing just about everybody in sight. Another team kill coming in. As Foncho ends up taking one down. It looks like Rogue starting to pile on a few of the early seconds right now in bridge. Nice shots there coming in from Godlow as he'll find two. Looks like Johnny coming from the top will end up falling there as well. I'm going to point out, apologies for the name. They are swapped. Wasn't able to catch that during the commercial break. I take a full and solid L on that one. All right. So right now it is going to be Rogue, currently trying to get a few of these extra seconds. Pemby and the boys trying to bring it back. Nice shots there coming in from Deddy. Nelson as well, starting to make somewhat of an impact for the Rogue squad. Rotation coming into Turbine. This is a very, very important hard point to hold. Without question, a lot of people's opinions, the money hill when it comes down to this map. Currently AES inside of the hard point. Godlow quick to shut down that Scarab from making any noise whatsoever. Johnny able to find two, but Deddy quickly responds with a big kill of his own. That's going to be currently Rogue in control of the hard point, as they're going to bring this one back to a level playing field and even take the lead. It's now all up to how the Apotheon side can start to regroup. And it looks like, speaking of regrouping, they're going to go ahead and get that rotation down over toward Hangar. A very powerful situation. Her power position really is where Deddy is currently holding. She's trying to snake over toward that hallway side and rotate back over toward that wall run. Johnny grabbing the final few seconds as his team will have about a little over 20-second lead. This is a big play for Nelson. If he can get this player in the back, that could guarantee his team some spawns. Shots coming in, excess shots really at that. Here comes the nade, here comes the fire, and Nelson unfortunately can't make too much of that play. So here comes AES starting to bring this one back. They might even take the lead now. A lot of lead changes happening so far throughout this match. Teams on high communication at the moment. Pemby and Johnny combining for two. Here come the shots. Deddy able to respond with one. Tries to find the second. Unfortunately looks the other way, and Pemby and Dr. Foncho are definitely going to play off of that. Pemby taking a play out of the AES side as far as snaking toward that hotel hallway side. Trophy systems coming into play, and here comes the rush right now from AES/Guru. Shots beginning to fall in. Deddy trying to make an impact with that E-Rad, but it's unfortunately not going to do too much. So here comes the rotation. Nelson quickly going to be on that. Boy goes to his left, tries to find one. Unfortunately, that's not going to go through. Had he won that gunfight, that could have guaranteed Rogue quite a few seconds as far as rotation is considered. And Pemby finds two. Big kill there coming in from Dr. Foncho. That's not going to be three down, but a big gunfight, one there from Pemby. So the team fight goes in his team's favor. That's now going to be Rogue with the lead. 90-62. Pemby currently with K-bar in hand, trying to watch over toward that observation side. Nice shot there coming in from Pemby. Immediately gets shut down. Instead of AES having some similar issues. We talked about that first hard point. Rogue had a very, very solid beginning. It was around 240 to 170, and we ended up seeing Apotheon make a massive comeback to only fall by 7 points. And Rogue is beginning to get hype yet again, feeling very, very strong right now. And are in a similar position, a similar situation to where they were in that first game. Question is, can they continue to hold this lead and make it worth their while? So as drill will end, our first set of rotations will conclude, and we're heading back to bridge. Some more chaotic gameplay is what's about to pop up on screen. That kill feed starting to be filled up with players left and right. Speaking of left and right, Diabolic finds a nice two-piece there. Nelson resigning inside of the hill. He's quickly shut down, so here comes some of the AES crew. They're trying to get back in this game. They feel confident. They've done it before. They can do it again. Bridge, not a whole lot of action right now for Deddy. Just trying to be aware of where the rogue side is going to be spawning at. Nelson making his way through. Unfortunately, will drop in that particular exchange, and Pemby going to be getting some much-needed time for his squad. And at this point, if you're Rogue, you're really just trying to make sure that you can get spawns for this next hill. We've talked about Turbine, how important this hard point is. It is without question the money hill when it comes down to Scorch, and you have to make sure you are on that rotation early and quick. One player through the skies, and Pemby's going to be able to find Deddy before he can find that kill. The player going on that wall run, so Turbine will load up. Gunfight's going down here early. Godlow trying to make somewhat of an impact, but unfortunately he's not going to do much. Nelson's there to shut him down. Nelson's there to do yet again more and more things. A lot of engagements for this man so far in this match. Making his way here up through that hallway side. Godlow will shut him down for now, and Johnny remaining toward the back, playing that standard role of what he's used to, the anchor position with an AR. K-Bar up close, able to make that one happen. Player just to his right. Johnny needs to go big, but he can't. Valuable seconds being awarded. Question is, does Rogue try and initiate this, or they give it away? They want to initiate it. They want to try to get all the time that they can, so they will grab the last roughly 17 seconds, and they're going to give Rogue the opportunity to set up. So it looks like the score is getting a lot higher. This is also a very good situation for if you are AES. Once again, we do apologize for the names being switched up. So at the top of the scoreboard, it's actually Rogue who is in the lead, AES who is currently down. Regardless, Deddy winning through middle, waiting for at least one kill to go his way, but Callout's not going to come in time, and unfortunately, he's going to drop. AES, a little bit of a delayed communication there. Regardless, they will hold the hill for now. One player coming toward the back, that's going to be Johnny. He's shut down by Godlow. Godlow making some big plays for his squad. And this game begins to come closer, less than a 50-point lead for Rogue. Here comes Johnny. Shots coming in. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make much of an impact, but his teammates behind him. Second line of defense, that's actually going to work out for them quite well. And just like that, that's going to be the AES/Guru squad, who's now going to be on the back foot. Deddy ends up falling off the map after finding at least one kill. The boys from Rogue are going to be able to play off this yet again, grabbing more and more scraps, and it's so much free time. AES, they've been gifted the last two hills to win the rotation. They've got to lock this one down, as AES is going to be at 197. Drill is up. Diabolic does have the active camo. If he does need to break a hill or try to save one for his team. Diabolic coming from behind, going to call that one out to his teammates. That should be an easy kill, but fortunately, Deddy will drop, and Diabolic is going to have some more teammate support. Nice shots there coming in from Diabolic. Does have a Scarab as well if he vents to use it, as it would be an appropriate play for now. It looks like one Scarab currently out for a set of AES. It looks like Doc is going to get at least one team kill, but fortunately 3 do go down regardless, and Razik left to try and do quite a bit of work. Rogue has just passed the 200-point mark. And if you are AES, you're starting to question, what do we need to improve on? And much like I talked about in that first game, at this point, AES can't just play as good as Rogue. They've got to play better. They've got to play much better. Pemby firing a few through observation, quickly shut down as our second set of rotations will conclude. We're back to Bridge again. Rogue has done a fantastic job at locking down Bridge quite a bit. Guys like Pemby did a great job at resigning inside of this middle hard point, but we'll see potentially what AES can do. They need to turn up here and now. Currently 2 players up for either squad, and it looks like Rogue currently spawning toward that backside. So some free seconds for now. Payload gets rocked. Here comes both the reactive armors in play. Who's going to win this battle? Some excess shots, but it looks like the punch in the back there from Godlow will work out. And here comes some streaks coming in from Dr. Foncho. Looks like he's actually going to take out his teammate. That's going to be Pemby. More hectic gunfights going down. This is an exact replica situation to what we saw in that first hard point. Can AES make the comeback, or will Rogue close this one out? Rogue getting closer and closer to that 250-second mark. Pemby waiting on that next hill. They've got the rotations. They've got everything going for them right now. And AES has got to make a push somehow, some way. Here comes the push. Diabolic does have that active camo. He just needs to get there as quick as possible because he can't afford to give away any more seconds. Johnny finds 2. That's a big 2-piece for him. More kills starting to come in, and Diabolic has got to get in there now. Here comes the active camo. Needs to find 1, but unfortunately the call-out will come through. Only a few more seconds needed, but here come the AES side. FTL jump gets rocked. Godlow trying to stay up for as long as possible, realizing that his tournament life is on the line. Can he stay alive? No, he will drop, and only a few more seconds needed, and it looks like AES is still going to be up for right now. Deddy resigning up at the top as they're trying to set up camp. But only 2 more seconds needed. They've got to shut him down as quick as possible. Denny's still trying to stay alive. Only a few more seconds needed before Rogue will close this one through. And it looks like they will win the scrap point. So last 15 seconds going to go over toward Rogue. They have got to have some magic happen. Rogue are set up here for Hanger, but when it's actually going to be here, this is a big gunfight. Pimmy needs to win this, and Pimmy does not win this. Razik does. So scrap points go over toward AES. And a nice potential shots coming in from Razik, but here comes the side of Rogue. They only need a few more seconds. They still haven't got that 249-second mark. Nelson is still here. Still trying to make some noise with the E-round. He'll find 2 and 1 more, and that's going to do it. Rogue will close out this series 3-1. A very, very close match at the very least. Not an exact replica of that first hard point, but in which case we saw Rogue have a fantastic start, and AES did not give up without a fight. Massive credit to both of these squads for playing well. Once again, I do apologize for the scoreboard being incorrect. Rogue, of course, does walk away with the victory in this particular instance. So major props to Rogue for obviously moving on. And that is our grand finals, set in stone. It is going to be Project Evil going up against Rogue. It should obviously be a very interesting matchup to see how that one does play out. And of course, massive GGs over toward the Apotheon/Guru. Saw they played very, very well there too. I want to obviously give a quick shout out before we get ready to head into our grand finals. I want to give a massive shout out to our sponsors, AIM Controllers, Origin PC, Leveled, Acquire, as well as Zowie, a brand by BenQ. And of course, if you guys want to, if you're tuning in the stream right now, say you're a fan of some of these matches, say, how do I get better at Call of Duty? How do I get to be on this main stage quite like these guys? Well, you can obviously do that by signing up for Prime on UMG Gaming. Only $6.99 a month. If you guys are very interested in that, you can obviously sign up there and do that. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, we've got the grand finals of the Europa Games Orlando 10K. Feel free to obviously tweet out the stream. Who do you guys think is going to walk away with it? Do you think Rogue can potentially win 2 best-of-5s, or is Project Evil going to walk away with it in the first one? Let us know on Twitter. We'll be back with the grand finals. Don't go anywhere.